What up, guys? And we're back here with another video. And guys, if you really like this video, please like and subscribe to me. Okay, guys, this is 12 ways Quicksilver could return.
Before the two movies came out, Days of Future Past and Age of Ultron, it was announced early on that Quicksilver would appear in both films, each being a different representation than the other as well as played by different actors. It's funny though, because when the first photos for X-Men's Quicksilver came out, everyone laughed at it and people were convinced that Marvel was easily going to have the more favorable and memorable speedster. My, how things have turned. Anyways, it's been a good year and a half now, so the title shouldn't be too spoilery to anyone anymore. In the Avengers sequel, we see Pietro take a few hits for Hawkeye, and no, he didn't walk it off. He was pretty much dead. The director himself, along with Kevin Feige, the head honcho at Marvel, confirmed this. According to both of them, Quicksilver is expected to remain deceased in the near future installments. But that begs the question, how near is near? Will we see him farther down the line, like in Infinity War? This is just a heads up, by the way. The things I'm about to list are just pure speculation and is not confirmed by Marvel. Anyways, here are 12 ways Quicksilver could come back into the MCU. Number 1. Scarlet Witch's schizophrenia. I'm organizing these theories from least favorite to favorite, and starting this one off is the absurd rumor that Quicksilver never died in the first place. So in this theory, made famous by Movie Pilot, Wanda Maximoff was very nervous during the battle in Sokovia. She had so much anxiety built up inside that she literally made herself and everyone else on the team believe that Pietro died. I'm not saying that it doesn't make sense, it clearly does. It's just, why though? The idea is so bizarre. I mean, where would he go? If everyone on the team believed that he was dead, where would he go? Would he just run off? Number 2. Speed Mirage. This next one is also a speculation of Pietro not dying in the first place, but this time, it has nothing to do with Scarlet Witch. After watching the Flash TV show, and also playing LEGO Avengers, the thought of a speed mirage came to mind. Pietro created the illusion that he took the shots from the Quinjet when in reality, he was just moving so fast between two locations he created a mirage. Now of course there are two problems with this. Number 1, he would only be able to make a mirage that looks exactly like him. There were no red bullet holes before he saved Hawkeye from what I remember. Also, if it were indeed an optical illusion created by pure speed, then the display should appear blurry due to the fast movement. Second, what would his goals and intentions be? Where would he go? Why would he just up and trick everyone and then just leave his only family? It really makes no sense now that I think of it. Oh well, next one's up. Number 3. Valhalla cameo in Thor Ragnarok. So now we're actually getting to the more plausible ideas of how Quicksilver could reappear in future films. If we check back with Kevin Feige's and Joss Whedon's statements, they both confirmed that Quicksilver's planned to stay dead in the near future of the MCU, but they never said he wouldn't appear on screen. With Thor Ragnarok introducing the audience to places like the afterlife, it is a possibility that we could see the fallen Avenger at least cameo in the new installment of the Thor franchise. He doesn't necessarily have to be revived, but Aaron Taylor Johnson showing up on screen as Quicksilver in, maybe, say, Valhalla, Norse mythology's interpretation of heaven, isn't entirely out of the picture. It doesn't go against anything Feige said. If anything, it's more like a loophole that would please the fans of the Avengers Quicksilver. Number 4. Quick healing. He's fast and she's weird. But how does he's fast really work? Well, we actually get a short, in-depth description of what fast really meant.
Their abilities?
He's got increased metabolism and improved thermal homeostasis. Her thing is neuroelectric interfacing, telekinesis, mental manipulation. He's fast and she's weird.
So could this increased metabolism combined with the improved thermal homeostasis give Quicksilver a sort of enhanced healing factor? Well, the answer is possibly. It isn't quite confirmed, but we did see a hint at it when Quicksilver was accidentally shot in the arm and responded as if nothing happened. Seriously, it's like they were playing dodgeball and someone on his team accidentally threw a ball at him. A normal human would have responded with much more oomph, you know what I mean? So what if Quicksilver was injured pretty bad by the bullets, but was ultimately able to recover from the near-death experience? I mean, his body didn't blow up with the rest of Sokovia as the Avengers took the body on board onto one of those mini-carriers. Come on, trust me, he just got tired, he's just sleeping. Now is that really the face of death? Number 5. Cradle Machine. So if Quicksilver's enhanced recovery wouldn't be enough, would that, combined with the Cradle Machine, stand a better chance? Absolutely. The regeneration cradle's nanomolecular functionality is said to be instantaneous. It bonds the wounded person's cells with simulacra, which basically means, as Bruce Banner put it, the cradle creates tissue. So going with the explanation that we are given, Quicksilver could indeed be recovered with this. But Hawkeye wasn't dead and Quicksilver was, so maybe you might say you'd have to be alive in order for the cradle to do its job. Well, that can't be the case in the film, as the cradle not only healed Hawkeye, but also created Vision. We know that Dr. Cho was able to create tissue for Vision even if there was none to begin with. She didn't need a sample of tissue or DNA to replicate, as Vision Vision, before the process started anyways, was half constructed out of vibranium. And to further back this up, Helen Cho claimed that she was uploading Ultron's cerebral matrix to Vision. And to do that, they had to imprint an actual physical brain. So this machine could actually do wonders. It could help Quicksilver get back up on his feet as long as his heart was still beating. Or maybe not even that. I mean, it did bring Vision to life, but isn't it weird though that they introduced a machine that could heal any wound and then showed someone really wounded and totally forgot about the magical device?
You didn't see that coming.
Number 6. Project Tahiti. This is one of the more obvious answers out there. Basically, Project Tahiti was the project that brought Phil Coulson back to life after his death in 2012's The Avengers. This was explained and expanded on in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show. There's this whole process that goes into it though. You need like a serum from a dead Kree corpse or something like that. But anyways, if you could revive Coulson, why wouldn't you revive Quicksilver? Number 7. UN and Ross try to weaponize dead body. This next one I really like. So after the events of Captain America Civil War, we are not so sure about the future of the Sokovia Accords as the Avengers team is now divided. But what if the government, now unsatisfied with the turnout of the Accords, uses the dead corpse of Pietro Maximoff and weaponizes it? It's a really cool thing to think about and awesome to see on screen. Not sure if they'll go with it though, as it does draw a little similarity towards the Doomsday plot in Batman v Superman. But it is very interesting nonetheless. Number 8. Doctor Strange's revival spell. So Doctor Strange is set to debut in a couple of months. If you don't know who he is or what he's about, then here's a quick summary. Magic. That's about it. He's gonna introduce a magical, mystical side to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and maybe a revival spell will make its way into the film. That's kind of a cop-out though for the universe. I mean, just reviving someone so fast out of thin air kind of takes away from the feeling of loss. Why should we as the audience feel worried if Cap were to die, as Doctor Strange could literally just say expecto patronum and he'd just be back up on his feet? Number 9. Soul Gem. One of the Infinity Stones that we haven't seen yet in the Marvel movies is the Soul Stone, with the other being the Time Stone, aka the Eye of Agamotto. And look, the name itself sounds like it could restore a dead body. I'm not sure if it could do that in the comics, but films have shown to take liberties that prove to be successful. Again, this would probably be another cop-out, but at the same time, not really. The Maximoff twin could be revived in Infinity War, and then after the battle with Thanos, the Infinity Stones could just disperse around the universe Dragon Ball Z style. This way, we could get Quicksilver back without feeling disconnected from another loss of life in the future. So these next ones are actually my top 3 favorites. Number 10. Multiverse. Going back to Doctor Strange's introduction, director Scott Derrickson has stated that the film serves to also show the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. Yep, apparently by November it won't be called the MCU anymore. It'll be called the MCM. Wait a minute, Man Crush Monday? Okay, maybe they'll still refer to it as the MCU, but multiple universes could mean multiple Quicksilvers, meaning just maybe give Quicksilver a little makeover still played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, have him get stuck in the main timeline, and you got Quicksilver back. And if Fox and Marvel make out a deal, guess who else could show up from a parallel universe? Number 11. Scarlet Witch's Nightmare. If Quicksilver were to stay dead permanently, they could pull a Tony Stark PTSD card on Wanda's character. In Iron Man 3, we witnessed the genius billionaire playboy philanthropist go through severe anxiety attacks after the events of the New York attack. Wanda could potentially not be completely over the loss of her brother. Seeing him maybe in her peripheral vision every now and then would be chilling, and I'd love to see where they would go with that. He isn't necessarily going to be revived or brought back to life, but hey, we would be able to see him one more time. Number 12. In Exchange. This one by far is my favorite speculation, a revival from Thanos. In this theory, Thanos revives Quicksilver through an almost complete Infinity Gauntlet, but requires one last stone to experience full power. Thanos offers Wanda Maximoff her brother back in exchange for the last gem, the Mind Stone stuck inside Vision. Then we would see Wanda being conflicted with her relationship with Vision and her brother, and it would really introduce an interesting dynamic if you ask me. I mean, by Infinity War, we would have a built-up relationship between her and Vision, a healthy friendship with Cap's side of the Avengers, and a nice father and daughter-like relationship with Hawkeye.
Doesn't matter what you did, where you were. If you go out there, you fight, and you fight to kill. Stay in here, you're good. I'll send your brother to come find you, but if you step out that door, you are an Avenger.
Her risking everything she has left for her brother would really make for a compelling plot, specifically for her character alone. Would she betray the Avengers and kill Vision in the process in exchange for her brother? Or would she rather end up tricking Thanos into believing that she was going to do it, but then really wasn't going to and just stab him in the back when he isn't looking? Based on the character we've seen so far, I really wouldn't know which one she'd choose. Hawkeye and a few Avengers are practically her new family, and Quicksilver is that link to the old life. It could go either way. So those are my thoughts on how Quicksilver could be reintroduced into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How do you all think Quicksilver would make it back? Or will he just stay off camera forever? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, thank you guys.
Well, guys, I think that video was pretty good, guys. So, guys, I think we might end the video from here, guys. So, bye.